right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, fellow Pandemonium travelers, this is Seattle Pandemonium Shutdown, day 240 by my count. So, what's going down? What's going on? We've got... It's so weird. I think it's a Twitter phenomenon of like seeing the news, going, oh, got it, figured it out, and then the rest of the world sort of catches up like several days later, and then you're like, no, we already went over all this to such an extent that like I can't necessarily even remember what the news is. Not like what, that the news exists and stuff, but I mean, like, I don't remember what the news cycles are from over the weekend. I had a somewhat viral hate tweet. I put out a bad tweet. But it got me followed by a prominent celebrity, so there's that. It's a clip of a young lady in Texas introducing Kamala Harris as the future president of the United States. Now, obviously, she could have meant vice president of the United States. And she just slipped up. However, oh, look at Mount Rainier. Look at you. That means it's a sunny day in Seattle. Or she said what she meant, like what she's thinking. And other people have said similar, that like, yeah, like creepy, sleepy Uncle Joe is not actually the candidate. Kamala Harris is the candidate. For obvious, I want to say obvious reasons. And I can get there. I can see that. I know. I see what that is, and I don't want to put too much on some young, campaign staffer messing up during a, public speech in front of a big crowd or whatever. But that is definitely on people's minds. And Biden had a variety of gaffes over the last few days of just complete verbal breakdown. Like, wow. Like, just, we all flub our words from time to time. You sort of descend into a verbal pit of what I'm trying to say, and then you need a do-over, and you go, okay, what I was trying to say is that the bird was on the branch, and the bump was on the log in the forest, and so on and so forth. You get through it, you reset, you recover. He just came completely apart. And it's like, oh boy, oh no. Like, these kinds of these aren't gaffes. This is some kind of, aphasia or something. I don't know. It's not good. It's not good optics during an election. I mean, maybe he's still all there and he can still make decisions, but if he can't communicate very well, then it's the same thing as Trump saying goofy shit, because Trump says tippy top and all this stuff. Like, I don't know. But the election is tomorrow. Oh my God. And oh boy, is tomorrow gonna be a firestorm. See, I didn't say shitstorm, I said firestorm. Because, and I look at it this way. I saw videos and pictures of Washington, D.C. just boarded up. Everything is just boarded up. And that tells me something. That tells me what people are actually expecting is a Trump victory. A Trump victory and rioting. That's most likely. I think that is what's going to happen. I think Donald Trump is going to actually eke out a electoral win, but also a popular win, to be, surprisingly enough. It'll be a narrow popular win. Or it'll be, it'll at least be a popular vote win in battleground states. Right? Like he's gonna edge them out. And it's, and then it's gonna be rioting. It's gonna be rioting. And but not really in the states where he wins. There's gonna be rioting in Seattle, LA, New York City, like places that have nothing to do with Trump winning. It is what it is. I do think Trump's gonna win. There's gonna be a lot of bitching and moaning, and oh boy, did that get boarded up. That was not boarded up like that last week. Oh boy. It's gonna be more of the same. And I just don't, again, I started doing these videos as pandemic coverage, but the pandemic evaporated, and now we just have perpetual political and or cultural outrage. And I mean, we've had multiple days of 0 deaths in Washington. Multiple days, 0 deaths. Now then you'll have 5, and then you'll have 6, but these are also just getting reported. These people aren't dying that day. They're not getting reported that way. They're compiling them into reports, and then multiple deaths per day. It's all, I don't know. It's all a mess. It's a data mess. And I've said that from basically the beginning, is that there's a whole bunch of garbage data, and then we're trying to construct coherent narratives out of this trash data. Trump's events are super spreader events, but the rioting and protesting, those aren't super spreader events. Like, I can't with all this garbage. Anyways, the election will be tomorrow. One way or another, there will be a lot of shrieking, cursing, crying, and if Trump wins, which, like I said, I think he will, the libs are going to lose their minds again. If you thought they already lost their minds, you're right. They did. But they're going to further lose them in new and creative ways that we have not yet seen. And if it's one thing I've noticed over the last 4 years, it's that the libs can come up with really creative reasons to be upset, and upset about things that are, like, insanely not true. Like things that aren't even true in the remotest sense, and they get upset about them, or they get upset about hypotheticals. Well, what if this happens and then that happens? Then, oh no, terrible things would happen. And you're like, yeah, if 5 different things happen in the exact right order, then something terrible could happen. Yes, that's always the case. Oh my goodness. And people, again, it's going to be like The Handmaid's Tale. Yeah, it's probably not going to be that interesting, actually. It's not going to be that exciting. It's not going to be that dystopian. It's going to be boring and dull and stupid. And stupid things will happen, and bad things will happen, but not the bad things that you think are going to happen. Some completely different set of bad things are going to happen. Like, I don't know, more drone strikes, and more of us getting in foreign wars, and I don't know, probably some terrorism. I mean, terrorism's coming back in France, right? Got angry Muslims decapitating school teachers for showing kids not the Charlie Hebdo cartoons, the the ones from earlier in the aughts, the ones that caused controversy. We'll probably have some more of that happen here. Probably some in Canada. You know, some good old-fashioned Islamic terrorism. You know, from like in the before time when we killed each other over religion instead of defunding the police or being a Trump voter or whatever. Yeah, anyways. It's also a Monday, so we got that going for us, which is terrible. What's else going down? What's happening? Oh, yeah, they boarded up. Oh, downtown is so boarded up. I might have to do a Monday drive around tour of downtown because, oh boy, that is just fantastic. Again, that stuff was not boarded up last week. They are expecting riots, and I said even if Biden wins, there will still be riots, but I think there will be like more rioting and looting if Trump wins, because more people will give themselves the excuse to be, or give themselves permission rather, to be more angry and thus justify property damage and stuff. But if Biden wins, they'll still go out and, you know, demonstrate, as quote unquote as they say, which will then serve as a cover for rioters and looters. So either way, there's going to be, I mean, cities are going to burn, I have a feeling, regardless of the outcome. But if Trump wins, oh man, are they going to riot hard. And if you thought the rhetoric of our democracy is lost and it's the end of the world and we're gonna become Gilead, we're gonna become the Handmaid's Tale and blah blah blah. If you thought that rhetoric was excessive and you were tired of it, if Trump wins, it's gonna be 4 more years of I don't even know what. I don't know what you turn this up to if it's another 4 years of Trump. These people are insane, and no matter what happens, it's the worst thing in the world, and you're supposed to be terrified, but they'll just come up with something new. And it's really, really something. Well, it's kind of a nice fall day. I had to bust out the jacket for the first time this year. Stay comfy. I will talk to you guys later. Uh-oh. It's an emergency. Go get them, ambulance. Go get them, ambulance. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.